And welcome back to Pete Langston Field. Earlier, where Ouachita took home the win, their first of the season, 6-2 over Missouri S&T. And so for the second half of this doubleheader for the Tigers, they're taking on Northwest Missouri State here at home as part of the McGee-Hawkins Invitational. And there you see the woman throwing the pitches for the Tigers. That'll be Tuesday Melton, the right-handed pitcher for Ouachita. Meanwhile, the field practically the same as that one fouls out to the left side, with a couple changes. Obviously, the outfield trio, Riley Ginsel in left field, in center field, Caitlin Province, and in right field, Jordan Merritt. And then on the infield, Kennedy Wilkie still holding down first base. At second base, it'll still be Bailey King, and the change to this lineup will be at that DH position. Meanwhile, at third base, Jessalyn Aarons. And then at the shortstop position, Remington Adams. Right now, Tuesday Melton pitching a 1-2 count. She's got the advantage over batter right now, center fielder Lily Filger. Pitches through, and it's going to be tipped by Filger, so she'll stay alive for now. Tuesday Melton was one of the top pitchers on this team last season. Here's the pitch. And gets that one through just a little bit too low that time. So it's going to stay here, 2-2 count. Melton still with a little bit of wiggle room here. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Chloe Velleman, and we're excited to bring you this second half of the doubleheader today as that one's hit to the left side, bobbled around, and that's going to be a base hit for Filger. Just could not procure it. Either Aarons or Adams just unable to get on top of it there. So now stepping up to the plate for Northwest Missouri State in that two-hole, Alexis Brown. Here's the pitch by Melton. And Brown's going to bunt it. An expert base running that time by Brown, and really quickly the Bearcats are going to get two runners on base at second and first, and now in a good position for her team, number 28, Omara Love, stepping up to the plate. Melton sizing her up. And the hit's going to be high towards center field. Can it get past the wall? No, it can't. Caitlin Province able to make the catch and keep the base runners from going any further. Kate Province, her first put out of the game. Earlier today, she had some clutch catches in that center field position. That's the first out of the inning. Stepping up to the plate for the Bearcats, number 10, Timber Wilson. That pitch is going to go as a ball. Melton sizing up the right-handed batter. And that one's going to go far left field, and that's going to go past the wall. That's 3 runs in the first inning, and the Bearcats hit the board first. Credit that home run to Timber Wilson. And with one out, stepping up to the plate, Skylar Piper, hoping to continue this run for this team. And what a way to start this one here at Pete Langston Field. Here's Melton, still in the circle. And that one's going to go to the right side, but Bailey King, the snag with the glove, and she's going to pick up the out. Just barely getting it on the tip of her glove and able to procure the put out there. Here's Melton at the catcher position for the Tigers. That'll still be Emma Scales. Melton pitching an 0-1 count. That one out too far to the left side. No runners on base, so there's no danger. 1-1 now. Wind still as high as ever, but with the sun going down a little bit, temperatures starting to drop here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Here's the pitch from Melton. That one's going to sky out to the left side into foul territory. 1-2 now, so Melton with the advantage, hoping to finish off the batter here. Malia Cuevas up to bat. And that one's going to go high to the left side. Going to land right in front of the concession stand. So it'll stay here. Cuevas looking to get her bat on the ball into fair territory. Here's Melton. And she locked her up on the outside, and that'll be the end of the inning. The Tigers allow 3 runs to the visiting Bearcats, but they'll try to match it here in the second half of the inning here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
And welcome back to P.T. Langston Field here during the McGee-Hawkins Invitational. Right now, Ouachita in a bout with the Bearcats of Northwest Missouri State, who lead 3-0 to start this one. And Chloe, we just saw Tuesday Melton take the circle for the first time this season. The senior has been one of the most productive pitchers for this team for a while now. Just talk a little bit about her and how she's been an impact to this squad.
Yeah, Tuesday was a main relief pitcher last season, but we saw her come in and be able to take over for her teammates really well usually. She pitched a lot in high school. She's from Benton, Arkansas, and she was one of their main pitchers. I remember facing her in my early years as a freshman and a sophomore on the Cabot team, so I've known her for a while. But her ERA, we're going to see, is one of the higher ones on the team. It looks like it is the third highest. It's going to be 5.55. Her whip, 1.82. Like I said earlier, that's a good middle range to be in. It's one of the lower ones, but we like to see that. And then she's got a lot of the win-loss record on this team as well, coming in for Hannah Hunter a lot at 3-12.
And pitching in the circle for the Bearcats today is Jaden Striegel, and she'll be pitching to the leadoff hitter for the Tigers, Jordan Merritt. The sophomore earlier today had a productive outing with 3 hits. And that one's going to be a little too far on the inside, so it'll be 1-1 for the junior. Striegel, the junior, out of Knoxville, Iowa. Not Tennessee, but Knoxville, Iowa.
That's not one you hear of more than you hear about Tennessee for sure.
That's 2 balls for her, so Merritt, the slight advantage in the count. Another one on the inside. You can see Striegel trying to catch Merritt on the inside, just that time continuing to get her just a little too close.
Jordan Merritt's one of those really smart hitters. She's going to wait for a pitch that really wants it to be hers, and then she's going to swing for the fences.
And that time almost wanted it, and she She could have taken it. That's going to be a strike, so full count here. We'll see what Striegel can do. Striegel, payoff pitch. And Merritt's going to send it right down the middle, right past the infield. And that's going to be a base for her. Just gets it right past the glove of Malia Cuevas. And Jordan Merritt is going to notch her first hit of the game there.
And there she goes, keeping it right up the middle like we saw with that last game. She really likes that spot, and it seems to work out really well for her. And if something is working out for those hitters, they're going to keep doing what they're doing, especially with Coach Jackson really teaching them and practice to really hit their marks.
And here's Bailey King. She played last game. Started out slow with 2 strikeouts, but then it was able to pick it up later in the game. She's got a runner on first. Merritt, standing 5'10", also a danger in the base path as that time it goes foul. So now you see King facing an 0-2 count. And she's going to hit that right down the line, but just too much to the left side. And they're going to whistle that one foul, but just nearly getting herself a nice fair ball there. Going to switch up the ball to pitch. Here's Striegel again, facing an 0-2 count. Had herself a productive series so far. And King's going to keep herself alive on the swing. Gets a piece of it. And Bailey King has the ability to be a slap hitter. She can hit it and run quickly to first. And she gets locked up on the outside. Nice pitch by Striegel, and King just washes as it goes by. And now stepping up to the plate, Remington Adams. We talked about her productive season last year, led the team in RBIs. And now she steps up to the plate to the serenading of Brandon Lake. And Adams wants to swing on the first pitch, so that'll be labeled as a strike on the low ball by Striegel. And the bunt by Adams. And she's going to take the sacrifice, but that will send Merritt to second base and put her in scoring position. And now stepping up to the plate for the first time today, for the first time all season, Emily Reed. A little bit about Emily Reed. She's a 5'3" sophomore out of Benton, Arkansas. So you mentioned Tuesday Melton coming out of Benton, but also Reed being one of those as well. Wants to swing on that first one. She'll let it go by, but that'll still label it as a strike. Reed picking up a home run last season, so she can swing for the fences when she needs to. That's why Coach Jeff Jackson has her in that designated hitter position. Staring at an 0-2 count. Reed looking to change the tides. That one a little too far to the outside. Good look that time by Reed. And Northwest Missouri State wanted that one as a strike, but Reed's going to stay alive. 2-2 now. Jaden Striegel looking to finish off the inning here for her team. And Reed watches that go right by her hips. Just a little too low and a little too close. It's a 3-2. Something's got to give. The payoff pitch. And Reed watches it go by as it's a ball. And what maturity there by the sophomore to watch as she goes down 0-2 in the count and then lets 4 pitches go by for balls. And here's Kennedy Wilkie up to bat. She had herself a great outing against Missouri S&T. Now hoping to replicate that here. She's got 2 base runners, so the opportunity for some runs batted in definitely on the table. Wilkie, she's going to hit it right to the shortstop, and the play is made by shortstop for Northwest Missouri State, Skylar Piper, and that's going to send us to another break. Ouachita trails 3-0 heading into the second inning here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita. Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
And welcome back to beautiful Pete Langston Field here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. The sun's starting to set on Arkadelphia, Arkansas. And now stepping up to the plate, number 16 for the Bearcats, Gage Pinkerton. Pitching to her will be Tuesday Melton. First pitch of the inning. And that one's going to go down as a strike. Bit of deliberation that time by the umpire, but he's going to give it to her. Melton has 1 strikeout on the game in that first inning. And that one will go a little too far to the outside. 1-1. Melton, third pitch of the count. And that one's going to go sky high out to the left side, and making the play that time, Riley Gensel. First at bat of the inning, notches as an out for the Tigers, hoping to replicate that success on this next at bat, this time against Kirsten Todd, the freshman for the Bearcats. Too far to the outside. (1-0). And that one is going to go down as another ball. Melton in a 2-0 hole now, hoping to battle back. And that one's going to sky to Wilkie. Can she make the play? Yes, she can. That's 2 outs in the inning. Tigers holding down their defense this inning, and so far kept the Bearcats off the board in the second frame. Now up the final batter in the lineup for the Bearcats, Annie Gahan, the senior out of Iowa City, Iowa, transfer from Kirkwood Community College. And Chloe, you see a good amount of transfers on this Northwest Missouri State team. Is that something that has become more common here in college softball?
Oh, yeah. I'd say that the transfer portal in the last couple of years has been a lot more popular in college softball.
And with that, Province making the play, and that's going to send us to the bottom of the second. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back with you here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
And we're back here from P.T. Langston Field. And stepping up to bat for the Tigers to lead off the inning, number 11, Jesselyn Ahrens. Earlier today, she had herself 2 RBIs, hoping to pick up something here. And the first pitch by Striegel is going to go right down the middle for a strike. That one will be a little low. Ahrens facing a 1-1 count now. And she'll foul that one off. 1-2. Ahrens, the senior from DeWitt, Arkansas. Played for DeWitt High School just around 4 years ago. And she reaches for it, but she's able to get her bat on it, so she'll stay alive for now. The 1-2 pitch. And she'll get caught swinging there. Ahrens just unable to get a bat on the ball that time, and that's the first out of the inning and the second strikeout of the game for Jaden Striegel. Now up to bat for the Tigers, Caitlin Province. She's had herself a productive game already at that center field position, but also a great game in the batter's box last time out. And she'll get her bat on it that time, so it'll be 0-2. And the pitch will go a little high for Striegel, so it'll be the first ball of the count. Province hoping to get her first base hit of the game today. Too far on the inside. 2-2. And she'll get caught swinging, and that'll send her back to the dugout. That's 2 strikeouts in a row this time for Jaden Striegel. And now that sets up catcher Emma Scales for her first at-bat of the contest. Scales, the sophomore out of Cabot, Arkansas. Feel like there's someone I know from that place.
There is, Isaac. That would be your wonderful color commentator, me today. There also is another girl on this Ouachita team this year from Cabot, Arkansas as well. Her and Scales played together in high school, I believe. And Scales and I played in the younger leagues together. I believe it was like 10U.
So Chloe and Emma Scales going way back as that pitch going to go a little too far outside. So Scales able to temper the storm for now. 2-1 count. A sophomore stepping back up. And she'll hit that one high to the infield, and making the play that time, shortstop Kirsten Todd. So the Bearcats keep the Tigers off the board once again and off the bases in this inning, and that'll send them into inning number 3, where the Bearcats will look to add to their lead here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, bats and signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, bats and signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, bats and sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
And the sun continuing to set on the Ouachita River that is expanded to the Ouachita football team's practice field, as now stepping back into the circle Tuesday Melton. She'll pitch up against the opposing Lily Filger as we're back up to the top of the lineup for the Bearcats. She'll hit it off to the right side and she'll get to first base. The senior will start off the inning with a base hit. Now the right fielder, junior Alexis Brown, stepping up to the plate up against Melton, who so far today has allowed 3 hits to the Bearcats. And that one a little too high.
Last time Alexis Brown saw the at-bat, she did a bunt that bobbled past the pitcher, and so she was able to make it to first base, sending the first base onto second base through an error that she made it to first base on.
And Melton just barely gets too far outside. It'll stay 2-0. And Chloe, just the uniqueness of this situation, it's January 31st, and we're talking about a softball game here.
Yeah, this is quite early for college softball to be starting. I don't even think most of the D1 programs have started playing yet, so the fact that they play probably twice as many games as D2 does, and they haven't even started yet, says a lot about how early that these programs have started playing. Usually we wouldn't see softball and baseball season until about mid-February, late February, so a whole month early is really interesting on the coaching staff and whoever puts the schedules together.
Right now, here at OSDN, we're in what we like to call crossover season. As yesterday we had a basketball doubleheader with women's and men's taking on Southeastern. And then tomorrow, catch 2 softball games. And then also another basketball doubleheader as East Central comes to town in another GAC matchup. So plenty of sports here on the campus of Ouachita to watch, and you can all catch them all on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network YouTube channel. So, but I'm assuming if you're watching this, you found that place. 3-2 count now. Melton looking to take the win here and pick up the first out of the inning. Something's got to give as stepping up to the plate, Alexis Brown. Payoff pitch, and that's a walk. So that'll put 2 base runners on as Brown, and on second, that'll be Filger. So now Omara Love up to the plate again, and just one away from Timber Wilson, who hit that 3-run home run earlier. We'll see what Love can do here. That's a swing and a miss for Love, and a strike swinging for Tuesday Melton.
Last at-bat, we saw Amara Love fly out to center field, which is one of our most popular players today. It seems like Caitlin Province has had her work cut out for her out there.
The outfield has been working hard today. You said Province, but also Jordan Merritt. She's made herself a good amount of catches out in that right field position. Love grounds it to second base. King to make the play. Remington Adams thought for a second about the double play, but she decides to keep it. She knows she's got a runner on third, doesn't want to possibly mistake an error and let another runner go home. But now, up at the plate is Timber Wilson. Wilson, the sophomore out of Holton, Kansas. She hit a 3-run home run last time she was up to the plate, so Tuesday Melton looking to be careful with her. And Scales on the throw and throws her out at home. The sophomore catcher. Way to make the play, and Bailey King, the benefactor of the throw at second base. And Ouachita is going to keep Northwest Missouri State off the board in this third inning. They still lead by 3, but at this point, Ouachita just hoping to keep it where it is so that they can hopefully match later in this one. Only one runner on base now as Omara Love remains at second. Melton pitching against Wilson. That one labeled as a ball. That's the second ball of the count, and head coach Jeff Jackson wants to go talk to his pitcher. And during these moments, Chloe, when you're head coach Jeff Jackson, what do you tell your pitcher to maybe get them back up and give them some confidence going into the back half of this count?
Well, I think that the softball field here at OBU is set up really interestingly. It's down on a hill, so once the sun starts setting, it starts to get really cold, which is a big mechanics part of softball. You've got to be able to keep warm, the entire time you're playing. And so the more that you're able to think warm thoughts, is what I was told growing up, the more you're able to hit your marks.
And you're right, with it being so cold, Melton's got to keep that arm warm. She throws it. Wilson hits it right to Remington Adams, and she knows what to do with it. That's the throw out for the junior, and that's going to send us to the bottom of the third here after the break. But we'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
And the blankets have started to come out for fans here at Pete Langston Field as the wind's starting to make it colder. And now stepping up to the plate for the Tigers to start this inning, Riley Ginsel. She hit one out of the park earlier today, and on that first pitch, she's going to swing and miss. But Ginsel, the lone home run of the day for the Tigers, and that was in that first game against Missouri S&T, hoping to match that and put her team on the board here. The freshman out of Rockwall, Texas, coming from Rockwall Heath High School. She's staring at a 1-1 count here. Here's Striegel. The hit to the left side, and the play made that time by third baseman Annie Gahan. So to start the inning, that's going to be a ground out, but that's going to send us back to the top of the lineup. Jordan Merritt, the chance now to replicate her last time at bat, where she hit a base hit, continuing what has been a stellar day for the sophomore. Pitch going to be on the inside. Looked like it could have hit Merritt, but it'll stay ball here. Watches it go by again as that one's a little low, so 2-0 count. Merritt now with some wiggle room. Just going to step out of the batter's box for a second. Sophomore out of Wiley, Texas, back up. And that one will go far to the right. Merritt, while mainly a right fielder, also labeled on the roster as a pitcher, so might be able to see her in the circle at some point this season. That's the first strike of the count for Striegel, 1 out. Merritt still with some wiggle room. And she's going to swing and hit it out to left field. And that's another base hit for Jordan Merritt, continuing what has been a great day for her. And that's going to set up Bailey King. Last time out, Bailey King was struck out. Striegel's first pitch going to go too far to the outside. They'll label it as a strike, just barely gets it into her strike zone there. So actually great pitch. King gonna bunt it.
That was almost such a beautiful bunt. If it had stayed inside the line, that would have been the perfect setup to send Merritt to second and Bailey to get on base, setting up one of their better hitters, Remington Adams, to hopefully bring them in.
Bailey King, an expert base runner for this team. All it takes is for her to get on base. And right here, working for that right now, sitting in an 0-2 count. The swing, she had some power on it, but that one's going to sky out of the park and into foul territory.
It feels as if there's no safe parking spot at these softball fields, Isaac, as that's one of the first fouls we've seen over there, and that was the first time I was scared for my car.
And Bailey King, another one, gets a bat on it. She's trying to stay alive here. But like you said, you know, I try to park behind the tennis complex just so I'm for sure out of any area of getting hit by my car. And that one high. And Merritt's going to steal second. Credit her with the steal. Just smart base running there. And the sophomore puts herself in scoring position as Bailey King steps back up looking at a 1-2 count. Here's Striegel. King, she's going to sky it out to center field. Does it have the distance? It doesn't, but it's going to hit the back wall. Merritt looking home and give her one as the Tigers put themselves on the board. Jordan Merritt able to find home plate for the first time today. And now that sets up Remington Adams with Bailey King in a similar scoring position as she had with Jordan Merritt last at bat. And we already talked about Remington Adams earlier today. Led the Tigers in RBIs last season. So if there's a player that you want sending in your players in scoring position, you don't want anyone better than this junior.
Oh yes, Jeff Jackson has done a great job of setting up his batting lineup to be the best towards the middle. That way, if there's a slow start or a slow end, the middle can always come in and do their job of cleanup really well.
And Adams showing bunt. And King able to grab third base. The Bearcats thought for a second they possibly had the out after Gahan was able to get to it. But Bailey King just perfect positioning on the bag and is able to grab third and pick up her first steal of the game. Now here's Adams looking at a 2-0 count. And she's going to hit that one to the ground, and that's going to send Bailey King back home. The Tigers now starting to come back in this one after Remington Adams picks up an RBI.
her first of the season, probably first of many considering she had the most on the team last year. As we've mentioned before in the previous broadcast, we said 28, and that is just her beginning of the season. So imagine what she'll do the rest of the season.
And Emily Reed stepping up to the plate with the music of Rihanna stepping up now. Reed already hit a home run last season. She's got the strength to do it again this year. This is her first game of the season. Last game sitting out. She's got a base runner on first. Remington Adams decently good at running on the base paths as well. And Adams right there wanted the steal, but Reed's going to foul that one off and prevent her from going to second. Scoreboard reads 1-1-1 right now, so Reed hoping to battle in this lineup. And she's going to hit that one to the outfield, and she can't make the play at center field. And smart that time by Reed to stay on first. And the bobble that time by center fielder for Northwest Missouri State, Lily Filger, is now going to put Ouachita in an even more advantageous position as Kennedy Wilkie steps up to the plate. And Chloe, I would not want a better player stepping up to the plate.
I would be quite worried if I were this other coach. This Northwest Missouri team got here and they were able to catch the middle to the end of the last game, and so I'm sure that they saw Kennedy Wilkie becoming such an avid player in that game, getting the girls hyped up, getting them ready to start hitting the ball every inning, and as soon as it makes it to her, she does her job of being able to get on base and bring runners in. So I think that if I were that coach, I would be shaking in my boots, as some would say.
Last time out, in the last game, Wilkie had herself a productive afternoon. In her 3 at-bats, she scored 2 runs, had 1 hit. And now here, a hit would almost certainly send home another runner and tie this game up. She's got Adams on third and then Emily Reed on first. 1 hit right here is all it takes. Reed looking for the steal at second. She's going to get out, but with only 2 outs in the inning, that's going to tie the score up. Adams able to steal home, and Emily Reed serves as the perfect distraction for the Bearcats, and we're all knotted up at 3. And Chloe, you almost can take that out right there, especially when this game, Tigers go down 3-0 to start, and now just 3 runs in this inning has made this game back to almost 0-0. Obviously, it's 3-3. Both of these teams have put in their effort, but this is a whole new ball game, as many coaches would like to say.
Oh, yeah. Softball and baseball are so complex that it's always a slow start until it's not. That's what you hear a lot. Everyone says it's such a boring sport until it's not, and that's when it really gets going.
And right there, you saw the excitement that softball can bring you. It's 1-2. Wilkie skies it, and it gets to the ground. Northwest Missouri State players, much to their chagrin, unable to get to it. 1-2 count. Wilkie hoping to possibly take the lead or make her way up to taking the lead with a hit here. She's going to get a bat on that one. She'll stay alive. Here's the pitch from Striegel. And she's going to hit that one far out to the left side, but right under it is Omara Love. And so that'll spell the end of the inning, but not before the Tigers can tie this one all up at 3 in the 3rd inning. We'll be right back with some 4th inning action here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network in just a moment.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
And welcome back to Pete Langston Field here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. And standing in the circle for the Tigers, Tuesday Melton. She's been a part of a Tiger team now that has tied the score back up at 3 apiece after that last inning where 3 players able to make it across home plate and tie this game up after Northwest Missouri State went up 3-0 in that first inning. And now stepping up to bat for the Bearcats, Skylar Piper. The first baseman out of Roca, Nebraska.
Last time we saw her, she had a hit to the quite fast second baseman Bailey King, and that was able to be the second out of that inning for the Ouachita team.
And King just able to make that snag earlier. And a crucial snag at that, keeping any other base runners from running home. Melton sizing her up. And that one's going to go foul just past the bullpen of the Bearcats. And Melton, she has herself in a good position now. 0-2 count. Let's see if she can pick herself up another strikeout. Only one on the day. Benton, Arkansas native with the pitch. A little too far to the right. For now, staying alive will be Piper. And nice hit to the outfield by Piper, and she's going to grab herself a base hit. Staring down a 1-2 count. Not phased at all, and she's going to hit it just slightly to the left side, right past the hand of Remington Adams. And that's going to set up her teammate right next in the batting order, Malia Cuevas, in the 6 hole here. The freshman second baseman out of Garden Grove, California. Far from home is Cuevas, but hoping here that she can maybe hit home here at PC Langston Field. On the bunt, Melton able to throw Cuevas out, but that'll send the base runner Piper to second. Multiple Ouachita athletes in attendance today in the crowd. Multiple members of the Ouachita women's basketball team who fell short last night against Southeastern Oklahoma State. Also in attendance, we've seen some of the men's basketball players, as well as volleyball players, and just a plethora of many different athletic players as well. And Melton just throws that one right down the middle, and she's sitting on an 0-2 count. Great position for her. Here's Melton, payoff pitch, and just able to get a hold of it. That time is Pinkerton. And she's going to stay alive for now. Still, though, 2 strikes, no balls in this count.
Last time Gage Pinkerton saw the batter's box, she had a left field fly out, and that was the first out of the inning. So hopefully the Ouachita Tigers can make it a second out this time.
Pinkerton hitting it to the left side. Remington Adams cross-field play, and she's going to get it to Wilkie for the put-out. Tigers now with 2 outs, hoping to keep the Bearcats off the board and maintain this tie score here in the 5th inning. Stepping up to the plate now for the Bearcats, Kirsten Todd, the sophomore out of Park Hills, Missouri. A little low for Melton, 1-0. She's got a runner on second, so we'll need to look around. And that one will go a little high, so 2-0 count. And Melton able to lock her up on the outside. So Todd, now she's got one strike put on her, 2-1 here.
Last time Todd faced Melton, she had a first base fly out to Kennedy Wilkie. Kennedy Wilkie's been another successful player in those pop flies today.
And almost nearly getting it to Wilkie. It's going to sky right behind the bullpen.
She was really hoping to make a third there.
2-2, a little wiggle room for Melton. Tuesday Melton with the pitch. And she caught her swinging. And that's going to keep the score tied at 3. Tuesday Melton picking up another strikeout here. Ouachita now a chance to take the lead in the next frame here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
And as you hear Katy Perry over the speakers, we're back here at Pete Langston Field for some more softball action on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Up to the plate, Jesselyn Ahrens, hoping to possibly produce a hit or a momentum-moving play to get the Tigers on their way to taking the lead in this 3-3 tie so far. And that one's going to go right down the middle. 1-1 count for Ahrens.
This Bearcats team pitcher and her changeups have been the main pitch that are throwing off the girls today. That is a nasty pitch.
And Striegel, that one will go to the bottom right. Ahrens been able to watch those two go past her so far. And a nice hit by Ahrens, and she'll put herself on first base. Jesselyn Ahrens, that's her first hit of the contest. Definitely not her first of the day, though. She had two earlier in the contest versus Missouri S&T. And now that sets up her teammate, Caitlin Province. And Province, in her one at-bat today, she struck out earlier, but against Missouri S&T, story was much different. The bunt for her, it's going to send Ahrens to second. Province is going to go out, but now that puts Ahrens in scoring position and sets up perfectly her teammate Emma Scales to do the work and send home her teammate. Actually, in fact, that's going to be a substitution in the lineup. Scales will not be up now, but it'll be Marley Huddleston.
Marley Huddleston came in at the end of the previous game before this one, and she was able to get a hit and do her job in the end of that game, which helped the Tigers come out on top.
Huddleston, the junior from B Branch, Arkansas, transfer from University of Arkansas Rich Mountain.
Also the younger sister of Marley Huddleston, one of our pitchers we've seen today.
We'll see what she can do here. She's got a runner in scoring position, and Aaron's on second. Last time Huddleston was up to bat today was against Missouri S&T, where she took a hit and took first base. She'll start off 1-0 in the count. And she'll get a bat on the ball, but it'll hit her right on the shin. 1-1 count after the foul ball.
Those hits do not feel good in this weather right now. She took it like a champ, though.
You know, Chloe, I don't think those hits would ever feel good.
Probably not, but especially in the cold weather.
Huddleston should get caught swinging there, so now she's down in the count 1-2. Will look to battle back against a really talented pitcher today in Jaden Striegel. So far today, Jaden Striegel has produced a great pitching outing, 3 strikeouts. She'll throw the ball there, so it's 2-2. Huddleston looking to bring Aarons home and take the lead. And the hit out to the left side. That'll be enough for Aarons to almost go home. She thought about it for a second after Love bobbled the field. But that'll put her in even better scoring position as Huddleston stands on first, Aarons on third. And up to bat, number 8, Riley Ginsel. It'll be a substitution for the runner. Pinch runner in, number 18, Mackenzie Amaya. She came in earlier today against Missouri S&T, the senior out of Dallas, Texas. And Chloe, how awesome would it be to see Ginsel, who hit a home run in that first game today, do it right here and put her team up by 3?
I think it would be incredible, especially as a freshman, and that was her first collegiate at-bat. If she was able to do it again, I think that would show her promise for the rest of the season.
Might even guarantee her position in that lineup as a batter if she's such a power hitter.
Especially putting her at the end of the lineup, I think, is an interesting choice. But obviously it works for Coach Jackson, as his lineup strategy is very odd compared to what you would normally see, as his best hitters being towards the middle and the bottom.
And she's got it, the high pitch to center field. Aaron's going to try for home. And Jesselyn Aaron's going to take home plate on the pop fly. And the Ouachita Tigers take their first lead of the game here late in the 4th inning. And back up to the top of the lineup, here's Jordan Merritt with a runner in scoring position and Mackenzie Amaya. And last season, here at the McGee-Hawkins Invitational, we saw these two teams face off. And it was actually Ouachita's first game of the season last year. Northwest Missouri State came out on top 15-6. So Ouachita definitely hoping to change the tides here. And so far, it's looked good for them. It's going to be a nasty changeup that time for Striegel. And that'll lock up Merritt. 1-2 here in the count, 2 outs. And she'll get a bat on the ball, just barely saving herself there. That would have been a strike. But the sophomore making a veteran play right there to just swing.
She also slowed down her swing. You saw her start to wind up and go for it fast. But these girls are starting to see more of this pitcher's changeup, and they're starting to adjust to it more, which is really going to ultimately put them out on top.
And Merritt, she's going to take the hit to the foot. Starting to limp here, not something you want to see.
Those cleats, although they might look thicker, are pretty much on the thinner side anywhere you're going to play at and anywhere you're going to buy them from. And so when they do get hit in the foot, especially if they aren't wearing cleats but they're wearing more of like a tennis shoe, it's going to hurt a lot more.
They're going to say Merritt got a hold of it first, so it does hit her foot, but she doesn't get the base in reward, so she's back up to the plate to swing. She'll let that go by, and well-earned is the ball for Merritt. This has been a long at-bat for the sophomore. Still 2-2, still battling back. On the swing, that'll be a foul ball. Almost keeping it in for fair.
We'll see who wants it more, but right now I think that Jordan Merritt wants it more, Isaac.
Well, earlier you would have thought that Striegel did, but Merritt, like you said, she's battled back 2-2 in the count, 2 outs, and a runner in scoring position. She wants to put another run up on the board before going to the dugout.
Yeah, one more comfortable run in, and the girls wouldn't have to battle as harder later in the game since we're already halfway through.
She'll swing and she'll miss. Merritt heads to the dugout, unable to put another score on the board. Ouachita, though, with the Aaron's run, is going to take the lead in the 4th inning, and that'll set up the 5th inning for Northwest Missouri State here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network here at Pete Langston Field, where Ouachita has the lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Up to bat, the 9 hole for Northwest Missouri State, Annie Gahan.
Last time she faced Melton, she was a center fly pop out to, again, that's going to be Caitlin Province, another key player in today's game. Another one getting a lot of action from the ball today, as well as Jordan Merritt and Kennedy Wilkie.
The first pitch goes as a ball, but another thing, testament to Tuesday Melton, still out on the field in this 5th inning. She's had herself a great afternoon, and she's kept this game in check so that Ouachita was able to take the lead in that last inning.
She's done a great job battling in what she might not be as proud of as a game, but I think she can be just as proud of, considering she's been trusting her teammates enough to back her up when she's not hitting the mark that she otherwise might want to be.
That one will go a little high on the ball. Head coach Jeff Jackson, though, we talked about Melton being one of many. He's got a very talented bullpen, and you can maybe get a glance later of some players warming up in there. Right now, Callie Kilburn, who we saw as the designated hitter in the first game today. Wilkie is going to catch the fly way into foul territory. That'll be the first out. But possibility of seeing a plethora of different players in the circle once Melton has pitched her max amount today.
Yeah, the good thing about this OBU softball team is that they do have a rather long pitching lineup, and that can be really helpful in today's in games like today with these doubleheaders, as well as once they start their 3-game series on the weekends.
And the slap shot that time by Filger. It's going to go for 1 base, but nice fielding by Province to keep it down to just 1. Alexis Brown, the junior out of Des Moines, Iowa, stepping up.
the last time Brown saw, the last 2 times actually, this will be her 3rd at bat. She walked the second one and was thrown out at second eventually, and then her first at bat was a bunt, and she was eventually brought all the way around the bases.
And Adams just unable to get to it, barely eluding her glove. And now Northwest Missouri State in scoring position as Filger stands on second. And then Omara Love will go up to bat. Dangerous territory for Ouachita. Only 1 out, so Tigers will need to temper the storm. Assistant coach Hunter Lamlin wanting to talk to his player there. There's a players meeting in the circle.
You see a player like Emma Scales calling in her teammates to have a meeting in the circle, and since she's such a young player, I think it's really great that you see her taking the initiative like that, especially when they're in a tougher spot of this Bearcat lineup.
What is the old thing they always say in sports? A good team is always a player-led team, and Emma Scales here showing that even though she's one of the younger players, she can be just as good of a leader as anyone. Melton now up against Love. She starts the count, and that one's going to get past Scales, and that's going to send 2 runners forward in the base path. Now Tigers need to be diligent more than ever to make sure that Northwest Missouri State stays away from home plate. Both Filger and Brown sitting on 3rd and 2nd respectively. Head coach Jeff Jackson wants to take a circle visit now, wants to talk to his infielders. Not sure yet if he wants to make a substitution at that pitcher position. This will be his first visit of the game today, so he doesn't have to substitute out Melton. But if he were to make that second move out to the circle, that would be when he has to make a new pitcher substitution. Right now, though, he's going to leave his senior pitcher in for his team. Melton, 1-0 count. And that one will go a little high.
The last time Amara Love saw the batter's box, she got a ground and made it to 1st and 2nd before eventually being thrown out.
Melton, Love's going to get the bat on it. And great play that time by Tuesday Melton, making the quick decision. She's going to throw out Love and keep Filger on 3rd base. And Chloe, we talked about Scales being a good leader, but Tuesday Melton, that's the most veteran play I think I've seen all day today. She throws a great pitch and then is able to field the hit and then throw the runner out.
Yeah, Tuesday is one of those players that is very smart in her game. She's very quick-witted as well. She's a biomedical science major, which I think is one of those smarter majors that you hear of, especially one of those that comes with even more schooling after your undergrad degree. And so that fake throw that she did to make the 3rd base runner slide back into the base was really smart of her, very quick-witted. It also kept them from scoring another point, tying the game. It was a very, very, like you said, a veteran play.
And Melton, she's now found herself in a very advantageous position, staring at an 0-2 count. One more strike for her, and she can send Northwest Missouri State to the dugout. That one a little low, trying to get Wilson to swing on anything. Timber Wilson, she was the one that hit that 3-run home run in the 1st inning. Since then, the Bearcats have been shut out. Here's Melton, and she catches Wilson swinging. What a play for the senior, and Tuesday Melton is going to keep Northwest Missouri State off the board. 4-3 is the score. Tigers with the lead, and we'll be right back with you for the bottom of the 5th here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of vets and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
At Berry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
And welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, where the Tigers are in a battle right now with the Bearcats of Northwest Missouri State. And in the circle, a new pitcher for the Bearcats. This time it's number 2, Cassidy Paulson, the senior out of Arvada, Colorado, transfer from Western New Mexico. We'll see what she can do facing off against number 21, Bailey King.
I bet it's a lot warmer in New Mexico right now, Isaac.
Man, I'd like to be there. Windy and 55 here in Arkadelphia right now.
Very low compared to where we started the day at about 65 and about 5 to 10 miles per hour of wind.
Still a beautiful sunset on the horizon as you see the much expanded Ouachita River flooding onto the football field, on the practice football field.
It looks to seem as if it's gone down a lot today. You can see it starting to recede, and I can actually see green now.
And Bailey King just nearly got a nice bunt there. And King just so fast, able to get the bunt and get to first base if she can get it on the left side. But that'll be a strike counted for her.
We've seen some great bunting abilities today. They just seem to be a little bit too strong and seem to go out of that line. And it's also probably the wind's fault as well that they're being pushed out of that line.
It's another ball for Paulson. So slow start for the senior. She's staring at a 3-1. No outs. And she's going to catch King swinging. And so now that slow start has gotten a little stronger. Full count. Something's got to give. King stepping up to the plate. Payoff pitch. And King gets a hold of it. And it's not going to stay in. It's going to hit the left side wall. Bailey King stepping back up to the plate. That one had some distance on it, Chloe.
It did. Bailey King is one of those distance hitters, I would say. A lot of the hits that you see her actually make are the ones that are going to go far on the field, go far on a foul ball. And that's just so much of the power that she has behind her.
And they're going to call that one a strike. Bailey King not happy about that call.
If I were Bailey, I don't think I would be too happy about that call either, Isaac. That was definitely a close one for sure, and it's probably one of the more questionable calls that we've seen from the umps today. It seems that they've been making some pretty decent calls. However, that was one of the more questionable ones for sure.
King looking at her coach with mouth wide open. Here's Remington Adams now. This is Adams' third at-bat of the contest so far today. She's gotten herself a ground out and a run. That time, she's going to be a step short, and she'll be thrown out at first. And Adams with the speed to get there. Just a great job by the infield of the Bearcats. And now they've yet to allow Ouachita on base as Emily Reed steps up to the plate. Here's the sophomore, designated hitter. And she's going for it all that time. Skies it out into foul territory. Oh, 0-1 count. Here's Paulson. That one will go high. Reed watches it go by her face. Tigers still with the lead, but a 1-run lead at that, so definitely not anywhere safe. Had some power on it, not able to get control of it, and that one's just going to be fielded in the air by number 19 for the Bearcats, Malia Cuevas, and that'll send us to another break. We'll be right back with some 6th inning action here at P.T. Langston Field on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
2 more innings to go here from P.T. Langston Field. Ouachita holding on to a small 4-3 lead against Northwest Missouri State. Now stepping up to the plate for the Bearcats, Skylar Piper. In the circle still for the Tigers, Tuesday Melton. She's had herself a productive evening. I feel like I can say evening at this point.
Mm-hmm.
She's got 3 strikeouts, only 1 walk. So for how many pitches she's thrown, I'd say that those are pretty good numbers.
Mm-hmm. She's definitely a pitcher that you see work harder than anybody else on this team, especially since she has been pitching so long. Some days it's just harder than others to hit those marks. And so you can really see her working to the best of her ability whenever possible.
Melton pitching at a 1-1 count. Also warming up in the bullpen, Carly Burrow. That hit's going to go to center field, and Caitlin Province on top of it. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Credit that put out to the center fielder. Melton, second batter of the inning. Cuevas thought about it for a second, but she'll let it go by for a ball. One 0 count. Here's Melton. And Cuevas will hit it right into the bullpen for the Tigers. Far foul territory, so 1-1. No runners on base yet for the Bearcats. And just a little high that time for the senior. 2-1.
The last time that Cuevas has seen the batter's box, she had a bunt that put her on base, and then she also had a strikeout looking against Tuesday Melton in her first at-bat.
And Cuevas, is that one going to be fair? It won't. So it'll go down as a strike, and it'll put Melton at an advantage in the count. Two. Tuesday Melton a chance to take another strikeout here. Sizing up the batter. Here's the pitch. And right down the middle is Malia Cuevas. And that'll be a base hit for her. And that'll be the first runner on base for the Bearcats this inning. That sets up her teammate, substitution looks to be in the 7 hole instead of Gage Pinkerton stepping up for her team. Number 6, Grace Lubin, the senior out of Anamosa, Iowa. Transfer also from Kirkwood Community College. Not the only transfer we've seen tonight from Kirkwood Community College. We also saw Annie Gahan, the third baseman for the Bearcats today.
It looks like Tuesday has lived to see another inning or another pitch, as it looked like Coach Jackson might have called out Cody Batchelor. However, he told her to go back and let Tuesday do her thing. And I think that a lot of important things to note whenever you do see your coach coming out to the circle. It can be scary, but that can also be kind of a wake-up call. And it seems like whenever a coach does go out there and talk, their next couple pitches are as better as their last.
And Melton now obviously needs to put together a good number of pitches, or that could be the end of her night. She has put together a good evening in the circle. 3 strikeouts for her. And so far, she's pitching for a win. And that one's going to go a little high, but that's going to be right in the strike zone. And that'll be her first strike of the count. Lubin versus Melton. And Melton, she's going to get that one a little high. Didn't like the call, but it'll sit 1-1. Tuesday Melton hoping to win this battle against the fellow senior. And that one's going to sky out to the left of us. That'll be a foul ball. Melton now benefiting off that foul ball to make it a 1-2 count. For a third strike, just misses on the outside. So Lubin will live to see another day. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still some wiggle room for the senior. And she's going to hit the outside. So 3-2. Something's got to give. And Melton for sure doesn't want it to be her. The payoff pitch coming for the native of Benton, Arkansas. And that'll be a ground hit. And a nice field by Bailey King, able to get it to Adams. And once again, Adams thinking about the double play, but just great base running that time by Lubin to get to first base and keep the inning alive. Now up to bat for the first time today. Another substitution in the order. This time it'll be Kaylee Cords, the freshman out of Waukee, Iowa. Melton still out in the circle. Here's the pitch. And Cords is going to watch it go past her. That'll be the first ball, 1-0. And that'll be a strike. Nice pitch that time by Melton. So now in this battle between senior and freshman, it's 1-1. Just wanting to check the ball, making sure that she can throw out Cords here. One, 2 outs in the inning. Here's Melton. Right down the middle, and the senior puts herself up in the count. 1-2, 2 outs, 1 strike will spell the end of this frame for the Bearcats.
I think it's also important to note now that at this point, we're in the 6th inning. The Bearcats have not scored since the top of the 1st, and they will continue to not score as Tuesday Mountain finishes out her job and strikes her out looking.
And Melton, great pitch for her, and that'll send us to another break. Ouachita maintains the lead 4-3, 1.5 innings left to go here at P.T. Langston Field on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud.
And welcome back to P.T. Langston Field here in the nightcap of the McGee-Hawkins Invitational on Friday night, January 31st. Here for some softball action, Kennedy Wilkie hoping to largen the lead for this Tiger team who took it back in the 5th inning. They lead 4-3. The first pitch for Cassidy Paulson. He's going to go outside for a ball. Wilkie swinging. She might have gotten a piece of that one. 1-1 count for the junior. And that one's going to go over Wilkie's head, so she'll watch it go right by. And an interesting spot in the lineup for this Ouachita squad. Wilkie, and then they've got Ahrens and Province following her. And that'll be another swing and a miss for Wilkie, so 2-2 count. And that gives some wiggle room to Paulson. Ouachita would much like to pad out their lead a little bit in this inning so that they can keep this first frame of the 7th inning a little less close. Wilkie, she's going to sky that one in the infield, and making the catch, number 19 for the Bearcats, Malia Cuevas. That sets up the next batter, and we saw her pick up a hit earlier. Jesselyn Ahrens. First pitch for Paulson. Ahrens is going to watch it go by for a strike. Ahrens, she's crossed home plate once today, and she's got a bat on the ball once today as well. Also struck out earlier, and Ahrens watches that go right by her face. Almost some chin music there.
I think if I were her, I might have poked my chin out just a little bit, you know?
Just make it a little bit. I understand what you're saying. Just make it a little bit not noticeable.
Yeah.
1-1, 1 out here. Ahrens watches it go by for another strike, and now she's got to battle back in this count. 1-2. Here's the senior third baseman. With the hit, can it get down? And it won't. There to field it, the right fielder, Alexis Brown. And now with 2 outs, Caitlin Province looking to make something happen here. The center fielder, she's had a great day out in the outfield today. That first one's going to go low for a ball. Province today, she's had 3 putouts out in center field. She's been a big reason for why Ouachita leads by 1 here. And she's going to foul that one off to the right side. One count for Province, hoping to keep this inning alive and possibly put some runs on the board for Ouachita. And that one too far to the left side. 2-1 for Province. The junior out of Cave City, Arkansas. And Paulson finds the outside for Province, and that's exactly where you want to put the pitch for a slap hitter like her. Two. Here's Province. And much to the chagrin of the Bearcats, that one's going to be labeled a ball, and now it's a full count for Cassidy Paulson. 1 strike for her will send her team to the dugout. And Province, she's going to sky it into the infield. And under it is the shortstop, Kirsten Todd, and now this sets up an interesting situation. Trailing by 1, the Bearcats go to the plate with one last chance to win this one, trailing 4-3 here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
And welcome back to P.T. Langston Field. Tuesday Melton starting off the inning with a ball in the 9-hole for Northwest Missouri State. The pinch hitter, Mackenzie Milnerick, the redshirt freshman out of Lincoln, Nebraska. 1-0 count. And Melton gets her to swing, gets a piece of it, and it'll be a foul ball. 1-1 now. Melton trying to go the distance here. She's been in the circle the whole day. And right to the hand of Remington Adams, and now the Tigers just 2 outs away from starting out 2-0 on the season.
I think it's good to mention also, Isaac, that this Bearcats team is entering the most dangerous part of their lineup. We see their first 3 hitters have gotten almost on base every single time they've been up to bat. And then their 4th hold, their designated hitter, Timber Wilson, you can see why she's a designated hitter as she opened the game with a home run.
And Melton going to throw a ball to start this count. But like you said, Lily Filger, a dangerous player for this team. So far today, Filger has 2 hits and 1 run that came with that Timber Wilson home run. Trying to bunt it. She is going to get a bat on it.
2 of Filger's hits have been to the shallow outfield, so I think it's good that these girls are playing up a little bit in order to make those plays that they need to.
Melton with the pitch. That one going a little high. Filger trying to get the shot there. And that one's going to hit the field. Melton throwing that one a little low. 3-1 count, hoping to battle back is the senior from Benton, Arkansas. Jeff Jackson will still keep her in the circle for now.
In the bullpen, we do see Cody Batchelor continuing to warm up. Hopefully she'll get to see a couple more innings if we need it at the end of this game to finish it out.
And she's going to hit the field, as that's 3 hits today for Filger. And Chloe, I hope that what you're saying is not true, because if that's true, we'd be here for more than 7 innings. But for right now, Ouachita with the lead, Filger on first base.
We see up to bat now Alexis Brown, and she has gotten on base. However, has been thrown out a couple times every time she's been up to bat.
Temperature rapidly dropping, as that ball dropping right to the glove of Kate Province. 1 out away are the Tigers. 1 runner on base as Omara Love steps up into the batter's box, hoping to make sure that she's not the last batter of the game for the Bearcats. She's got 1 runner on first base in Lily Filger. And Melton just barely can't get it on the inside. That's 1 ball. And Coach Jackson, he's still got someone in the bullpen. Cody Batchelor ready to go. And Love skies it to the outfield. It's gonna drop. And that's going to send Filger home. We're tied up at 4 now. Nice hit that time from Omara Love. And Ouachita in a dangerous position now. And Coach Jeff Jackson has had enough. He wants to talk to the umpire and possibly make a switch as Cody Batchelor steps out into the circle. A great night for Tuesday Melton, but that'll be the end of it, as Cody Batchelor is going to warm up, and we're going to take a quick break as she does here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
And Cody Batchelor in the circle for the Tigers. 2 outs in this 7th inning. Ouachita hoping to keep it at that and still catch a win here. 4-4 is the score.
We saw Cody Batchelor finish out our previous game before this one, and she finished it out after Maggie Huddleston had been pulled out, but she finished it out in a good last inning. I think she did a strong finish out, and I believe that that's what she can do here, especially after Tuesday pitched such a very exciting game, a very head-on game, especially in this weather that we're in right now. The reason you don't see a lot of softball, especially this early in the year, is because of how cold it is and how hard it is to play in that weather.
And the pitch from Batchelor, she's going to catch her on the outside. 2-1 is the count. 2 strikes away from sending Northwest Missouri State back to the bullpen.
And giving Cody Batchelor her 2nd win of the day.
Batchelor, if Ouachita can get another run. Will be credited with the save. And Ahrens with the play, and Kennedy Wilkie on the putout. Ouachita now will have to go back to the batter's box here with a chance. With one run, will take the win in a walk-off effort. Scores tied 4-4 here at P.T. Langston Field. We'll be right back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
And welcome back to the McGee-Hawkins Invitational here on P.T. Langston Field. And for the nightcap, we've got an exciting one. Game tied 4-4 here in the 7th inning. Ouachita hoping to walk this one off to start the bottom of the 7th. That first pitch is going to go for a ball for Paulson. Up to bat for Ouachita. For the first time this season, Bella Roseberry, the freshman out of Malvern, so right down the road. All right, now she's staring at a 2-0 count, the advantage. And Roseberry, she wanted it all there. She's going to sky it out into foul territory, 2-1.
I think it's such a good look on this team that Coach Jackson does feel so comfortable putting in his freshmen, or especially the first game of the season. It might not be a conference game, but these first games of the season.
And Roseberry, that one's got distance, and it's going to hit the back wall. Can she get two here? And she's safe at second. That's 2 bases for Roseberry and puts herself into scoring position. And to come after her in the lineup, number 8, Riley Gensel, another freshman. Let's see what she can do here.
Another freshman, another important player to this team. Like I was saying, it is such a good light on these girls that they are able to be put in and do their job so young. I think that speaks bounds to them, and that's only going to get better the older that they get. So I would be very excited for where this Ouachita team is going to go this year, but also in the years to come with such a young team.
And a pinch runner coming in for the freshman Roseberry. It's another freshman, and Sierra Kemp, freshman out of Valley View, Texas.
These freshmen are really getting their playing time, and I think that's going to help speak to their confidence as well and get them ready for those GAC games.
Paulson still in the circle for the Bearcats, pitching against Gensel. Gensel, she wanted it all that time. Go down as a strike. Oh, 1. Here's Paulson on the bunt. Gensel will get thrown at it first, but that puts the Tigers with a runner on third.
I think that's also important to say that is the first out of the inning. They still have 2 to go and a runner on third.
And as Jordan Merritt steps up to the plate, Chloe, there's no better player to have if you want a solid guaranteed hit.
That's right.
Jordan Merritt tonight, she's got 2 hits. And with Sierra Kemp on third, all she needs is 1.
If you look at the field, there is a big gap between center field and right field, and she's been hitting it right in that gap all day. So if she continues to hit her mark, I think it could be a really good outcome for this Ouachita Tiger team.
Merritt, 0-1 count. The bunt Can Kemp get home? And what a play by the catcher for Northwest Missouri State, Gage Pinkerton. And that right there is a hard one to see for head coach Jeff Jackson. Sierra Kemp, she was told to go by her coach, but a great toss after the bunt from Merritt. Merritt's going to get on base, so still a base runner for Ouachita.
And a good base runner at that as well. We've seen her make her way around the bases at some point today, and she has been a strong base runner in her ability as well as her stride. Since she is one of the taller ones, like we've stated, she does make it to those bases a lot faster.
Bailey King staring at a 1-0 count. 2 outs in the inning, so no room for error if Ouachita wants to walk it off in this inning. 2-0. King has let 2 go past her now. Paulson in the circle for Northwest. And King, she's going to find the gap in the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Ouachita, 2 runners on base, Merritt in scoring position at second. And here's another person you don't want to see in these situations if you're Northwest Missouri State, Remington Adams. Last season leading the team in RBIs. We've already talked about it. And head coach Naomi Tellez wants to talk to her pitcher. She's got to make sure, because one error for this Northwest Missouri State team could possibly spell the end of this game for them.
That's right. She wants to try and keep as many innings in mind as possible. She wants these girls to be able to play as much as possible tonight, even with the weather like it is and even with the score like it is. They want to be able to see as much excitement and as much game as possible. However, we are at the most dangerous point of the OBU Tiger lineup, and so, like you said, any error, any mistake made is going to cost them this game.
And the sun is down here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. We've got ourselves a night game here from Pete Langston Field, and Remington Adams wants to say good night to the Bearcats here. And that one's going to go too far to the outside. Adams watches it go by. (1-0). Paulson on the pitch. And Adams swings and misses. 1-1. And you can see after every pitch, the pressure starting to build for this Tiger team. And you can feel the crowd getting more and more into this game. Adams gets a hold of it, but just not enough. Going to foul it off to the right side. 1-2 count. And that ball's going to roll all the way down right behind the dugout for the Bearcats. 1-2, one strike for Polson. Will send us into extra innings. That one's going to go low. 2-2.
You can hear the Tiger dugout getting louder and louder. With each pitch that happens, the more excited that they do get, the more they're going to be able to hype up their batters.
Adams gets it through on her way to home, and Bailey King is going to get to third base, and Jordan Merritt's going to finish it out for the Tigers. What a start to the season! 5-4 is the score, and Ouachita takes home the win at the bottom of the 7th inning.
What an exciting ending to that game, and what a great season opener, especially a home opener for the Tiger team. You see them coming off of more of a loss last season, more of a losing team here on campus. However, I think that this start out is going to show the rest of campus really what they're capable of, and also show that Coach Jackson really has turned this team around into what it is now, which is a great cohesive team that you see.
And 2-0, that's what you like to hear if you're a player for Ouachita. First 2-0 start in a good while here at Pete Langston Field, and what a way to do it, taking down the Bearcats in exciting fashion in 7 innings today. But for now, join us tomorrow for some more softball and basketball action here on OSDN. This has been Isaac Bourne and Chloe Velleman. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.